So after seeing If, a very family-friendly kids movie about imaginary characters and what it means to be a child, uh, I went and saw after that. Right after that, I went and saw Back to Black, the Amy Winehouse biopic. Yeah, what a weird tonal shift those two movies are. Um, Complete opposite movies, definitely. Um, okay, so Back to Black. I've kind of talked about this briefly in the lead up to this review about my excitement about this movie for all the wrong reasons, to be honest. Um, Now I'm not a big Amy Winehouse. I appreciate her music, and it's horrible what happened to her. I never grew up as a fan of her music. I know the song Rehab, like everybody's heard that fucking song. But I don't know a lot of her fucking music. I know about her lifestyle and all what happened to her, and it's horrible. And so when I saw got previews for this movie, I got a lot of previews for like the same previews like nonstop for like months on end for this movie. I just thought it was like another generic biopic that would go in one ear and go out the other. And I was like, whatever, It's like I had no really if and buts about it. I was like, it might be good, it might be bad, we'll see. But this movie, it's it's now right May 18th when I saw this movie. This movie just came out this weekend in my theaters in America. I live in America, if you don't know. If you can't tell from, I don't have a British accent, I don't have a German accent, I don't have any fucking foreign accent. I'm from Ohio and United States, and we finally just got this movie. And I know for over a month, this movie has been out in the UK. And the reason I know that is because of the reviews that were coming out for this fucking thing. Um, there were some really scathing, really bad reviews, like hatred for this movie to the point I got excited. like I was like, I'm trying to find. I still cannot find somebody in the comments. Maybe hopefully can find and link me an article. The article where there was a review. I swear to God, there was a review where the critic basically said this movie was the equivalent of kicking a corpse while it was still in the grave. What? Wow! Damn! I did not expect that from this movie. Like, what's going on in this movie? I was excited. I was like, all right, this is gonna be probably one of those this might be one of those really bad, but also really like I enjoy it for being so bad, like all the wrong reasons. And I was like kind of excited about this movie. Well, I hate to disappoint people, and this might actually get some hate from me. I didn't actually think this movie was that bad. I didn't really. I went in thinking like this is gonna be like one of the worst pieces of of cinema I'd ever seen. And it wasn't. I'm watching the movie. I kept watching the movie, like waiting for like to find out where the wheels fall off of this movie, and I was like, I'm not seeing it. I'm like, am I missing it? I was like, am I just because I'm not a person that followed Amy Winehouse religiously in her career, in her life, and know every meticulous detail about her? Do I not understand why this movie is being hated as much? Maybe I don't know. I understand. I understand some of the complaints. I've read the complaints. I can see what they're talking about. I didn't find this movie that bad. Maybe I'm the only one. I seem to be one of the few people that didn't find this movie that bad. Is it great? No. Does it have a lot of problems? Yes. But it's not that bad. Like, what is the hatred of this movie? So, the one thing that carried this movie for me, more than anything, was the main actress who played Amy Winehouse. She was really fucking good. Like this is like her first big role. Well, what is her name? I want to get her name like so like to give her credit. She was really good in this movie. In a better movie, she probably would get an Oscar nomination. Probably ain't gonna get it, but Marissa Abella, Marissa Abella. I don't know if I'm saying the name wrong. Sorry. She is really good, fucking great. Like she pulls it off to the point. There are points like very brief shots where you're like looking up at her. You're like, that almost does look like Amy Winehouse in some shots. I'm not saying the whole movie. This you're like, there are shots you're like, obviously that's not Amy Winehouse, but like there are some shots you're like, God, but she pulls it off. She did a great job, man. Like I've seen even people that criticize this movie gave her performance like praise. So I'm not the only one. So um, I thought this movie, man, this movie was. Well, I guess people are angry about this movie. I was more depressed after watching this movie. This movie's depressing. It's not. It's. I can't make even jokes about it. It's a horrible story about this. It's like a precautionary tale of like a person that goes that was self-destructive and it ended up costing her fucking life. And I guess that's where some people are not happy that they focus on the drugs and her abusive relationship with her husband, ex-husband, boyfriend. But that is a big part of her fucking life. I hate to say that, but it is. It really is. Like, she was a self destructive person. Now, I'm not saying this movie tells that story perfectly. It doesn't. Sometimes it's a little fucking all over the place, just story. But, like, as an allegory of, like, how, like, this poor girl, like, how, like, it's sad. Like, I've seen people like this that I know people have known people like this that like you want to help these people and it's like hard to see them self-destruct like this. Like and it's a tragic story. The girl was so fucking talented. Unbelievably talented. I've seen people like, oh, she was a horrible person. Didn't see that coming from this. She was a flawed person. Yeah, who the fuck is it? Um fuck off, people um I also like I was trying because I know a lot of the criticisms were like how they portrayed the dad and that they gave the dad too much leeway. Apparently, I don't know. Like from what I've been told is that he kind of people feel like he is trying to profit off his daughter after her death and become a singer. I guess that's what I've heard. And the most egregious thing you can say about the dad in this movie is that he is kind of like you would say almost say like just ignores the problems that she's having and just kind of tries to sweep it under the rug and is almost an enabler. But at the same time, you're like, I know people like this where you want to help them, but they can't help. You can't help them if they don't want to help themselves. That's a real fucking problem. I mean, it is with any of these people with these kinds of problems. Um, I liked this movie for the most part like felt like it was going to try to focus on a certain part of her story. And also like where it showed like her beginning of her career to like her inspiration behind that album back to black. And also I love the relationship between her and her grandmother, which I know I've read she with them her grandmother was the like her inspiration for everything, including like her look and like they I like the focus on that. Like there was a big positive focus on that throughout the movie about how much her grandma meant to her. And from what I've read, that was absolutely 100% true. Um, like I said, yeah, like like I I can defend this movie. I don't think this movie is as bad as people make it out to be. Like I said, no, this movie isn't perfect. this movie does fall under the same problem, like almost like the Bob Marley biopic did, and that like it seems like it's going to focus on like a certain part of her life, and then just kind of like stick with that and then tell this story from that from uh instead of just like telling her whole life and skipping, just like skip, 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 skip. At first, it seems like that, and then like it decides to do what every fucking biopic does, basically speed run for her career, her life, and kind of just like kind of glance over obvious things. You're like to the point, like you're like me who don't know everything about Amy Winehouse. Is like, how the fuck did he get to that point? Like from one point, she's like in a relationship with her husband, and then she's addicted to crack, and then she's losing lost a front tooth, and I'm like, hold on. What? Like slow down. Like it feels like there's big gaps of like time that you're like forgetting. Like I need to put some context for people like me who don't know everything about Amy Winehouse. Like calm down, movie. Like it drives me up the wall. This movie also features, I'm not gonna lie, one of the most unintentionally hilarious, quite for all the wrong reasons, scenes I've seen in quite a while. There's a scene where I swear to God that was right out of a scene that was the scene. There's a scene in this movie that was stolen right out of a fucking Dave Chappelle show sketch. I'm not making that up. I swear on a stack of Bibles this happens. There's a scene right after she marries her husband, the guy that she has a troubling relationship with, and they're sitting in a fucking hotel room. He pulls out a ring box and like, well, they're already married. What the fuck? I'm like, okay, whatever. He opens it up. I swear, I swear to God, there's two crack rocks sitting in there. What? What the fuck? And the first fucking thing I thought of was the Dave Chappelle sketch. He had Tyrone Biggums, but he's playing Tyrone Biggums, and he's on Fear Factor. He's proposed to his girlfriend with a big giant crack rock. I just started laughing my ass off. I was like, that that is horrible. I guarantee that didn't happen. I guarantee that didn't happen. If it did, that's fucking insane. Maybe that's what Mason Bell took inspiration from. Don't know. And it's like, what the fuck was that? Uh, Also, the ending. So I know the ending has gotten a lot of criticism. I see a lot of criticism about the ending of this movie, and it kind of makes it. I see what they're saying. It seems like, and what I gather too is that the movie tries to hint that she died because of alcohol poisoning because of a broken heart, and not a lot of different other fucking things. And that just like, yeah, that's a little fucking stupid. Like, even I, not knowing everything about her, know that that's fucking bullshit. But yeah, and it's like whatever. Um, give this like I was like, what do I give this? I'll give it a B2. I like this less than F, but I still like this movie. I thought this movie was not that bad. Kill me, sue me. I don't know. I like it. All right, this is gonna get people pissed off. So fuck it. I don't care. I do these reviews. Fuck you. So I actually kind of like this movie better than a Bob Marley biopic. Yeah, I'm gonna flat out say it. I'm gonna be an asshole and say it. I don't care. This is my review channel. If you don't like it, sue me. Um, I'm right to my own damn opinion. Um, yeah, so that's Back to Black. It's not that bad. Again, it's better than Strangers Chapter 1. Um, Next weekend, holy shit, I got a lot next week. And of course, it's the weekend I work. I mean, again, A shitload of fucking movies. I gotta look up. I forget everything that's coming out. I look it up right now. Shit. Furiosa, Mad Max Saga, Babes, Sight, the Garfield movie, and Wildcat. That's what will be coming up. Unless there's, I don't know if there's anything else. We'll see. Until then, I'll talk to you guys later.